this week's review of Resurrecting the Champ, starring Samuel L. Jackson and Josh Hartnett.
Showtime.
I'd have a shot at the magazine.
That's great.
Yeah,
that is great.
And I appreciate what you're doing, but your copy, it's unimpressive. A lot of typing, not much writing.
Eric Kernan needed something big to put his life back on track.
I forget your pieces while I'm reading. I know you can do a lot better.
But what he found was more than he could have hoped for.
Oh, man, are you okay?
It's fun to beat the champ.
You see the champ? What are you talking about?
Battling Bob Satterfield. Number 3 in the world.
Well, there's this boxer. He's living on the streets.
Oh, no, I ain't no bum. I'm just homeless.
What's his name?
Satterfield.
I'm sure my dad used to idolize that guy.
I never dreamed, though, I'd be heavyweight champ. I always thought that I would win it.
You fought the model? You fought Patterson? This article is my title shot.
All right, son. You ask your questions, I answer.
Nice piece on this guy.
Kernan.
You are on your way to a Pulitzer, Eric.
Eric Kernan. Cool.
You're pretty proud of me.
Real proud.
See, your dad, he ain't perfect. And one day, he gonna get his shot.
This is Eric Kernan. You write that article?
Now, the story he just told is nothing compared to the one
I just saw him last night.
he's about to live.
Are you sure about that?
Most people haven't heard much about this movie, and most likely it won't be in theaters for a long period of time. And this is very unfortunate. I almost didn't see this movie myself, but I'm so glad I did. For those of you who don't know much about it, it's based on a true story about a writer and a former boxer. The writer, played by Josh Hartnett, is struggling to find a good story to write about, and he stumbles across Sam Jackson's character, and the movie plays on from there. And I found the story to be pretty interesting, and it plays out a little bit like you would think. We've all seen these type of movies before. Then the movie goes into a totally different direction that I really didn't expect. This is when the movie starts to get really interesting. One quick note for those who are going to see this movie in the theaters: do not read anything about it first. Just see it and let the movie speak for itself. Now, I like the casting for this movie, and although I'm usually not a fan of Josh Hartnett because he usually comes off arrogant and cocky, but he does do a great job in this film. And Sam Jackson, he's incredible as ever. Now, the voice Sam used in this movie, it will grate on you a little bit, but you do get over it pretty quick. This movie has excellent dialogue between the two main characters, as well as the supporting characters, even if it was a very small role. And it does make you go through quite a range of emotions. This movie, to me, was hitting on all cylinders. The casting, the acting, the direction, and the pacing were all excellent. I think the reason why I personally liked this movie so much was the fact that I could see and understand how each character could get in this situation. There didn't seem to be any malice, just people being people. As the movie was winding down, all I was thinking to myself as it played out was, I'm so glad I decided to see this movie. Movies like this need to be supported. We always say, quit making sequels and quit remaking old movies. Well, this is neither. This is at least a good film, and for me, it's an excellent film. I think this is one of the best films of the year, and I hope you get a chance to see it before it's out of the theaters. Overall, I must say I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I recommend it to anyone. Period. From overall rating, I give Resurrecting the Champ a perfect 5 stars.
You know what would be good for the story? If I could look at some of the stuff in your cart, see what you lug around every day. And then I think it'd be really interesting for the article.
All right, we can do that. As soon as you take me to your house, let me go through all your personal stuff.